We are here. Yep. Buttons
Welcome,
clicking
ladies
over
and
there.
gentlemen. Yeah, you
Tap,
know I'm
tap,
clicking all
tap,
the
tap.
buttons.
Click every
Trying to
voice
get
and
my lights
sing.
right. I can't get my lighting right, man. I can't get my lighting right. But anyway, welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 199 of the Splash Cast Monday Night Raw. I'm your co-host, Reggie.
I'm your co-host, Norwood. We are going to begin in a little bit different of fashion. We're going to cover HBCU and we're going to talk about the NBA. The WNBA dream at the same time. No mic check currently. Hasn't been a lot going on, but football all day and all night. Currently, football going on right this very minute. Bucs versus Texans. How you doing, brother?
Man, how was your weekend, dog? Mine was eventful.
Well, tell me about yours because mine was uneventful.
Oh, just football-wise. I didn't go anywhere. I literally was in the house. But
me too. So we had the very same both eventful and eventful weekend. No, we didn't.
I'm about to say we did not have the same week. We had the same Sunday. We ain't had the same Saturday.
Woo, Lord Jesus, boy.
But
shout out to my Falcons. You see it.
Hey, you see us out here decked out. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all know what it is, Monday Night Raw. As my co-host said, we are doing HBCU news around the culture. Then the WNBA update, real quick update. Then we're going to go NCAA football, NFL football, and then our closing as well. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Let's get into it.
You know we happy when we both got our Falcons had a song line.
Oh, we win. We win,
it's what
bro.
we got, baby.
Hey, man, you got to take the wins when you get them. Let's talk about HBCUs. Y'all know what it is. We cover the MEAC and the SWAC. We will follow up with the SIAC and CIAA later this week. First, we're going to start off with the MEAC. Howard. So, as you saw Monday Night Raw, Saturday Morning Live, that this was a couple money games in here. There's a little bit of cash registered. That right there. So, of course, Howard beat Morehouse.
Of course.
And then
Del State.
Money game. All of the money games. We were on the other side. Then
Well, I mean, Norfolk got crushed by Rutgers 60-10. The only thing that really matters is South Carolina loses. So now Michael Vick not South Carolina. Virginia Tech loses. So Michael Vick is now an impossible coach for Virginia Tech here if they make a change, which is absurd to me.
There's no way. No way.
I mean, right. There's not a single way ever. But the good thing is he's already getting conversations about that type of job. I think it's ridiculous, but if I'm Michael Vick, this is one of those any news is good news, especially this. Yeah, put me in the conversation. So in the future, I can say that I was already considered for a Power 5 job, which is Power 4 job, excuse me. It's fantastic. But they got drubbed to South Carolina State and Bethune-Cookman 55-41.
That was closer than I thought it was going to be. Shout out to Bethune-Cookman. They have been building brick by brick. They've been building brick by brick after all of that commotion. And literally, they've been building brick by brick. So shout out to them for putting up a really good effort. But South Carolina State, man, they're just too strong. Chennis is too good of a coach.
And continues to win. Now, I will say something very interesting. This is a game I have my eye on. They play South Florida this week.
South Carolina State?
Yes.
That is going to be interesting. I think South Florida may be a little too big for them. Pause if necessary.
Definitely pause. But I'm not interested on the win or lose as much as we saw what you did when you played up to a team like South Carolina. You gave them hell. If you could do the same thing here or USF, then I think you're signing your head coaches next.
Especially with Willie Simmons winning at FIU over FAU for the first time in however many years in his first year. He was FAMU's coach. So you're right. You're definitely right.
Yeah, I think this is very I think it's very, very interesting. Then, of course, North Carolina Central drubs Fayetteville State.
Money game. We've had money games too in HBCU. We play down
and just pay the toll. Then we had Morgan versus Toledo, and Toledo torpedoed Morgan. That was not fun or for anybody to watch, I don't think.
Yeah, and I don't have any. That's not true. All those scores are true.
Yes, they smoked on the Morgan pack. And then Delaware State gets their second win against Bowie. Deshaun Jackson wins 2 back-to-back. I think it's been a while since they won 2 games back-to-back.
2022, first time 2-1 since 2022. Shout out to Del State and Deshaun. He gonna lock up that Northeast region. They gonna get all the players up there.
So great win for him for sure. Mike Vick, take your money and run. South Carolina State, we're gonna have a watch for you next week against University of South Florida. And next week, Hampton Howard. All the people in DC, y'all go out and support the Truth and Service Bowl, whatever they call it. We know what it is, the real HU. And that is it for the MEAC. We transfer over
to this Swizzy SWAC. Now, this is going to be an interesting topic. Big results. I got a couple talking points that I want to ask once we go through the scores.
I'm intrigued. We start out Tuskegee. Yeah. Y'all got your ass cut. 30-0 versus Jackson State. 0 points is surely something.
Especially from Tuskegee. That's a good SIAC school.
Right. Next up, Alabama A&M surprises Tennessee State 23-21. I think that once again, I alluded to this. Them losing Eddie George, I don't think that they're a bad team, but missing a guy who is doing so much and bringing so much, this is kind of the games that I don't think that you lose if you have Eddie. But A&M continues to play well. Alabama as a whole, minus the Tide right now, is playing good football.
Tide won. I'm playing good football. We'll get there. Yeah, Alabama A&M, to me, has officially entered the chat for contending for the SWAC East title.
Exactly.
I think that they are there. I think that they have all the pieces, and I think Jackson State and Alabama State better be on the lookout. It's going to be interesting.
Speaking of Alabama, we move on to Alabama State, 37-9. Miles look like y'all kicked a bunch of field goals and got foots in butts.
And they scored a bunch of touchdowns. Alabama State, at this point, Andrew Body has to be the front runner for Offensive Player of the Year.
He almost had a perfect game.
14 of 16, 311 yards and 4 touchdowns. His favorite receiver, Jalen Jones, has 13 receptions on the year with 3 touchdowns, 324 yards, but he spreads the ball around. Yeah, I am going to say that for the rest of the year. As long as they're good, I told y'all there's a reel on it. Nobody believed me. Y'all told me in the comments I was tripping.
Don't stop believing. Yeah, 4 receptions for 118 yards, 2 touchdowns. Hey, that's a hell of a day. Mississippi State versus Alcorn. Alcorn, y'all got the hell beat out of y'all early, middle, and often. They start out with 28 points the first quarter. I hope y'all enjoyed y'all trip to Starkville and left with your coffers filled because it was not pretty.
And pockets lined. Well, the worst thing that happened to them was that Mississippi State figured out that they can actually play football when they beat Vanderbilt. Now, because I think if that Mississippi State team was terrible like they were last year, I think Alcorn would have scored at least a couple touchdowns. But they got confidence.
They sent a point. Hey, man, you and your buds get on out of here, brother. Next up, Lincoln, California versus Pine Bluff. We said Pine Bluff was going to whoop them, and they did 34-8. We already covered, I think, Cookman. Yeah, Cookman in South Carolina State. Closer than it should have been. Prairie View A&M versus Rice. Tremaine Jackson, 17 points against the Rice team. And honestly, really the second quarter was the only place they got whooped. They both scored a touchdown in the first quarter. Rice went crazy. In the second quarter with 17 points. Prairie View had 3 in the third. Rice had 7, and then they both ended the fourth quarter with 1 touchdown. This game wasn't.
So it wasn't as bad as its score looked.
It's just if you look at this game, you can say one bad quarter cost you everything. And where Rice is and where Prairie View is, they should be whooping you for more than one and maybe a half quarter.
Speaking of whooping you, we can talk about Southern. Southern lost a money game 56-7 to Fresno State. I will say Coach Terrace Graves, bro, start knowing 1-3 ain't the best.
Well, you was destined to be to have 1 loss. Yes.
We figured North Carolina Central, but we figured North Carolina Central. My headphones about to die, but no, we good.
Next up, we got a couple games that were a lot closer than I expected. Number 1, Kentucky State held in there with Grambling. Actually started out the first quarter 14-0 and did not score again other than the third quarter where they had 10. Grambling wins 31-37. They had 2-1, 1-0 at home. Mississippi Valley State gets stomped out by Southeast Louisiana. Not the game that I was talking about that was closer than I thought it was going to be, even though this might be a salvageable win because they stopped them in the fourth quarter from scoring at all. Albany State and FAMU. This is a game I was watching all day. And for the most part, Albany State was up. Then FAMU had a really good third quarter, scored 16 points, and that pretty much was all she wrote. But FAMU, this is not good. You're 1-2 and could have easily been 0-3 against a team that is not anywhere near in the same pedigree as you. I think that we should watch very closely FAMU going forward and prepare our thoughts and prepare our prayers.
How the mighty have fallen in the SWAC as I look at this. The traditional powers of the SWAC are Grambling, Southern. Now that FAMU is over here, FAMU, I guess you could say Jackson State. They weren't, when I was younger, Jackson State wasn't good. Right. They weren't really good till Dion got there. But we could say, I would say Alcorn, but we'll say Jackson State for a traditional power. Outside of Jackson State, Southern's not good. FAMU and Grambling are holding on to win against SIAC and CIAA schools.
Talk about leaning on the everlasting.
Like, it's a new era in the SWAC. We may have entered that 70s era of like Mississippi Valley State, that 80s and 70s era. Mississippi Valley State was good, and Alabama A&M and all of those guys are really good. So shout out to Alabama State. Shout out to Alabama A&M.
Yeah, especially I will give you credit. Alabama State and Alabama A&M to a lesser degree, but State has just come out on fire, and you predicted it. And that was a hell of a call.
They brought everybody back. So right now, as of week 2, right now, who leads for the SWAC of making it to the Celebration Bowl? Who do you think? Not based on standings, just based on what you've seen.
Celebration Bowl. I mean, I think that right now the teams that I've seen continuously beat. I definitely have South Carolina State coming out of the MEAC. Jackson and Alabama State are very interesting at this point. I feel like I'm missing one team now.
Central.
And
Alabama. To me, Alabama and out of the SWAC, Alabama A&M, Alabama State, and Jackson State are starting to separate themselves from everybody else, including folks in the SWAC West. I think the SWAC West is just going to be a fun regular season conference to watch, but they're going to get smoked in the SWAC championship game by whoever they play.
That's the reason I didn't have Central in there. Is I don't think they're good enough to beat South Carolina State. I think they're good. I just don't think they're that good.
I think in a one-off, anything can happen.
Oh, absolutely. But what I'm saying is cumulatively what I'm looking at. If somebody asked me to put money right now and say, you got to pick one, I'm confidently picking South Carolina State.
And that's the thing about the SWAC East. Really, the SWAC, I want to say JSU is heads and tails above everybody else, but I think ASU is right on there. I think the separation between JSU and ASU, and then Alabama State and Alabama A&M, I think the separation between each one of those is really, really small. For the MEAC, yeah, it's two-team race. Until y'all decide to get everybody back, it's going to be a 2-team race for a long time.
Yeah, I agree. And I just feel like at this point, you're gonna have to show South Carolina State that you can beat them before, especially the way that they played South Carolina, especially if they get some more confidence, if they play well, even decently against USF, then they're gonna really think, hey, we're better than a lot of you. And they might be right.
Yep. Now, before we go to WNBA, you are not off the hook, brother. You did this last week and you did it again this week. I'm surprised you don't have the video up here because it is necessary. If this goes into a reel, it will. Hampton. No. What the hell, Hampton? We talked about NCAT, NCAA, the Aggies, the Aggie pride. Folks, I tried to put
that out of my mind.
We talked about them so bad, and Hampton was up and blew it.
With less than 60 seconds. And then the coach
of A&T, who came from Central, went and said, we're going to beat y'all blankety blank next year too.
So why this doesn't register in my mind is because ESPN broke when this happened. I'm watching the game. I look 20 to 10. I'm, just watching and trying to watch DJ Lagway throw 5 interceptions at the same time. So already my brain is wrecked. And then I'm watching, and it shows at the end, Hampton wins this game 33-30. End. So other people are saying that we lost. I'm like, we didn't lose. I'm looking at the score. And it didn't update.
We lost morally.
Yeah. And I keep looking at the score like I don't know what they're talking about. I'm also still trying to watch the Florida game as my soul escapes my body. And it just gets to a point where eventually they correct it. And I'm like, how did we lose in double overtime when we were up 20-10 with like 2 minutes left in the game? We tricked it off. It's been embarrassing the last 2 weeks. What we did against Elizabeth City was a team we should have beat. And then another team in A&T who hasn't won a game, I think, in 2 years or something like that, comes back in double overtime and beats us after we're up by 10 with less than a minute left. It's a lack of discipline. It's everything that's not good. And these are the type of losses that potentially get coaches fired. I don't want to put that out into the ethos of the atmosphere, but I have to be very realistic with myself. This is not one that was good against your rival.
Yeah, man. Look bad. So one thing about that game is we get to talk about the CAA in one fell swoop. A&T beat us.
Smoked us.
It is what it is. So we're going to go to WNBA
and it ain't good. Yes, we're going to move right on here. Nope. We're going to go here. Thank you. Much better. The Atlanta Dream win against the Indiana Fever. They won 80-68. And of course, our fearless leader, Ryan Howard, 20 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. Also, Alicia Gray Baller. She had 20 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, and 3 steals. Jesus, she was hooping. But yeah, we got a big win against the Indiana Fever. Who are playing without Caitlin Clark. Things are looking very good for the Atlanta Dream right now.
Yeah, man, we won 80-68. Of course, I thought Caitlin Clark was hurt.
Yes, and done for the season.
Caitlin Clarkless Indiana Fever, so it's really like a mild temperature now. They're not the fever.
Thoughts and prayers to her.
Yeah. Like I said, it's a mild fever. I mean, it's a mild temperature, really cold. Really
I see what you did.
But you stepped like right on the punchline too.
You like a 3 after you a 3 p.m. Allergy session. That's it, baby.
Bro, you will go lay down and drink some ginger ale. That's what you got.
Been a drilled.
But yeah, Ryan Howard played well. I think this set the tone for the series. Of course, a lot of the WNBA series, I believe, are best of 3 in the first round. So they can get them out of here if I'm not mistaken.
Smoke them if you got them. Let's do it.
And I hope the Dream understand the history of Atlanta.
Right.
And because you have the ability to make a deep playoff run right now.
Yeah.
As long as we ain't got to see Vegas until the finals if we make it. So this is your chance. Could this be the Dream's chance to make a playoff run into the finals? You think they got it in them?
Yes. I think, Minnesota is good. Vegas is good. But I think that we are, and I think that New York is pretty decent too. I think that we're well suited though. Yeah, I want to see
the champion.
It's a new year, baby, and this is our chance. It is very petty that y'all put the I in as a different color in reference to Indiana. Petty, but I love it. And yeah, let's win a championship. We need it. We need it. Oh, I need it so bad. I need it so bad.
Oh man, yes, sir. So shout out to the
5 interceptions.
Shout out to the Dream. Shout out to the SWAC. Shout out to the MEAC for again. Shout out to college football. Shout out to football season, bro. This is our season. But
no, it ain't. No, it ain't. No, it ain't.
We have come to the end.
I'm looking forward to next season.
2 weeks in, bro.
Fire coach this season. Fire him right now.
We've come to the end of the HBCU and WNBA segment. We are going to take a break, and we will be right back with our NCAA football segment. Yes, sir. And then we'll be back with our NFL segment following that. Y'all like, follow, subscribe. Make sure you tell a friend.
Reggie is a jackass.
We'll be right back. Go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and pour me a little, because it's Victory Monday for me. So I'm going to pour 2 victory drinks.
Pour out my tears. I am not allowed to celebrate.
He got to drink his tears.
I'm not allowed to celebrate victories because we didn't have one.
Not in college. You only get 1 drink today.
Right.
And I get some beers too. I think, shout out to week 2.
Yeah. Oh, I've happily seen them beers. I dance on his grave.
All right, y'all. We'll be right back. Y'all like, follow, subscribe. We'll be right back. You got me? Yeah. I tried to fade it out. Hey, Sean, that's great. That's great. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, man. I love behind the scenes. That's hilarious to me. Interesting choice of words now I think about it. Shout out to everybody. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Splashcast Monday Night Raw. Appreciate y'all for tuning in with us. Make sure you like, follow, and subscribe. Let us know where you're from. We are now going to get into our football segment. Starting out with college football. Top priority that we're going to talk about today is the SEC. Of course, we had 2 of 3, maybe all of the games of the week. Really?
Yes. All of the games that matter, and then some of the games that didn't matter. They still kind of.
I said ACC had 1.
Literally 1, and thank the Lord for that one. But let's not belabor this point. Let's get this drubbing and ass whooping. Congratulations. The University of Georgia Bulldogs pull out a win, 44-41 over Tennessee. This is a fantastic game, beginning, middle, and end. Enthralling.
Hey, man. UGA is to Tennessee what Alabama is to UGA. Tennessee just cannot beat us, bro. We've won 9 in a row. I want to say 14 of 16 now. 14 of the last 16. And one of them that they won was one on a literal Hail Mary. So, bro, this is crazy, man. This is crazy. And the thing is, the last 3 years, they have all started the exact same way. Last year, they went up, 14? They were up 14-0, and then Georgia smacked them. The year before, they scored on the first play of the game, went up 21-3. Georgia came back, smacked them. This year, shout out to their receiver. I think is I'll look it up. Their receiver that had 6'5" receiver for Tennessee He
I can't think his name. I'm going to say y'all defense is questionable as hell. Super questionable. The secondary beat early, beat often. I can only imagine what it's like to be in there, watching that tape, getting destroyed like that. The
secondary really, it wasn't as bad as you think. Here's why. They threw 3 lollipops and just said, go get the ball. It's not like they were out of position. All of them, they were in position. He was just 6'5" and better than you. So he scored. And then they had one coverage bust, which gave them, at the end of the game. But at that point, man, we ain't even think about defense now. And the defense is really what got them stopped. So, I mean, they played well when they had to. But, boy, Tennessee just can't get right, bro. They cannot get right. I
do want to say this, though. If there is ever victory and a loss, it's this one. This is a team that I do want people to put in the context that they lost their star recruit to UCLA, which we will discuss here in a few minutes. And we thought the season was all but over. You lost to a team that's better than you, but you're also better than a lot of us thought you were going to be. So I know that's not great. I know that's not going to make anybody feel good. I know that's not going to keep anybody in a job, but I for sure respect them. And I think that a lot of teams are going to put them on that are on their schedule, going to look at them a little differently now.
I respect them. I don't think they look at them differently at all. They've played us like this literally the last 3 years. It's literal. This is how they play us.
But this is the thing. They're going to be hell on somebody else.
Yeah, they always hell on people they better than. They're going to be hell on y'all. Oh, they're going to be hell on y'all. But
man, life is hell on us, man. What you talking about, brother?
I do got to give a shout out because I'm very, very vocal. I am very vocal when it comes to Mike Bobo and Gunnar Stockton. Gunnar Stockton, bro. He played 23 of 31 for 304 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Still
that
sucks.
He was in college. He looks like Stetson Bennett. He looks like a combination of Stetson Bennett and Jake Fromm. Mike Bobo, hey man, it worked. This game. I still hate the way that you coach, but you put up 44 points. It's hard to argue with 44 points. The issue that I have is the same issue that you have with Florida. It's the bubble screen. And I figured out why I hate it so much is because Mike Bobo's offense is predicated on running that bubble screen, running that toss and getting 3, 4, 5 yards. And then in the third and fourth quarter, trying to hit a big play after you set up the bubble screen. And that's cool if you hit the big play. If you don't hit the big play, you've wasted a quarter and a half, which has always been my damn issue.
And those screens are high risk. Those outside linebackers be hitting that edge. They be doing everything in there. Oh, my goodness. The Texans are
getting beat.
No. Long punt return. Baker was sacked, and then it looks like there's a flag, so it might be coming back. But if that punt return is real, I'm telling you, boy, the Bucs. Let's go Texans. We need this so bad. But to return here, Tennessee, you got a quarterback in Aguilar. Congratulations. I can also say after watching, this is my 3rd week of college football, I have seen very few quarterbacks that I think are pro ready. Say whatever you want to about Shador. He looked better than damn near everybody I've seen this year.
It's funny how that happened, don't it? Arch Manning is supposed to be the second coming of Manning Jesus, and he up there looking like Lazarus. Like he need to be raised from the dead. So
you check the arch in your shoes before you call Arch Manning.
But y'all don't want to see this Kirby Smart though. He's starting to figure out this little formula of get a backup ready NFL backup quarterback type player and put literally everybody around them. Because
Gunner ain't gonna keep gunning. Let me tell you that. It's gonna run out.
You played 5 running backs, dog. 5. And they all were good.
Speaking of running out.
Ooh,
ran out of time.
Oh, 5. Ain't that your number this year? 5?
Yes.
It is.
Last week, My teams combined to lose by 5 points, both of them. This week, my starting quarterback for Florida throws 5 interceptions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 5, 5.
He used all his fingers.
And he played deplorable. There's not any other way to say it. I think the only thing that I can leave the game respecting is he going to throw it no matter what. Now, I don't know if that's always a good decision considering there were 5 interceptions. But at no point did he not look shook when he threw the next one. He threw it with conviction. This game is really bad for Billy Napier. I don't know how to feel about DJ Lagway. I can't suddenly throw away the end of last season and what I know from him. But this execution is terrible. Terrible.
What do you know about DJ Lagway?
I mean, I know he played pretty good for a half a season last year. I'm not going to take that away from him. And I think that until this game,
take that away from everybody else if you didn't like.
Wait, hold on. I was going to say, and up until this game, he played well, and he still leads the college football. I think with completion percentage is 71%. He just completes.
He played great against USF. Now he wasn't fantastic. He wasn't. I mean,
no, but I mean, yeah, I to me, 71% completion percentage means a lot. We don't go the deepest down the field. It's a lot of bubble screens. But outside of this game, I've never seen him really just lose it like he did.
Yeah. Death Valley got to him because I don't think he started the last time he played in Death Valley.
And I think that we're not considering that he is still a young man when it comes to like actual football games played. So you going there, if you ain't, and I don't know what to say because he never looked shook. It wasn't like he was scared. It's just, bro, you got to do better. You got to be more responsible with the ball. Because this is the thing, and I want to make this very clear. This game was game, the whole game. And LSU, congratulations on getting your little win. But y'all,
not your little win.
This, for a team that has a extremely young quarterback and a shitty coach, and y'all think y'all got national championship aspirations? Whoo! Let me tell you. If our quarterback didn't play terrible or our coach wasn't the worst, if either one of those variables was a little different, the outcome to this game is very different. Now, I understand that don't mean anything.
Terrible point. Your quarterback and your coach are the biggest.
Please let me finish. I was about to say, I know that don't mean anything. And still, at the end of the day, is fire the coach over everything. That's it. Congratulations, LSU. But now I thought y'all. I went into this game thinking we was fit. No, I'm not. I thought we was gonna get stomped out. That's the reason I stayed at the house. For y'all who don't know, there was a Hampton A&T watch game where clearly I did not need to be there for us to watch them lose in double overtime and watch my quarterback throw 5 interceptions. I might have fell out, but I watched this game at home because I thought LSU was going to turn us every which way with loose. They didn't. Nussmeier looked regular. The rushing game did not look that impressive. This is a game of beating yourself. But when you beat yourself, it's still an L. So today, we lost.
Yeah, it is. Anytime you beat yourself, it's an L.
Right. The biggest L. And you're a loser. And wear that loss with pride.
So there's no reason that you should have DJ Lagway throw the ball 50 times.
Right. And ball is really good.
That is ridiculous. Come on to the front, Florida fans, because y'all got in my mentions when we did that little reel, and I said, I don't know if Billy's recruiting defense. Y'all are right. I was wrong. The defense has allowed, I don't think the defense has allowed 40 points this year. I don't think they've allowed more than 30 points this year. 35. I think they had something like that.
Defense is solid.
Y'all offensive line is deplorable. 27 carries for 79 yards.
Yeah, well, if you know that you can basically leave everybody in the box because you can guard the run or the pass, because if you run the bubble screen, guess what? You're still in the right place if you're standing right there.
Nah, he ain't throw 5 interceptions on bubble screens. Also, shout out to LSU for their 6'5" freshman phenom of a corner. He looks amazing. He's out there playing zone and man because he's 6'5". He play everything on the side of the field. He blew up a bubble screen, and the next play he went back and made an interception in his own. I was like, bro, they are everywhere. And Death Valley got the DJ. To me, that was the first time you're right that he looked rattled. He did, can't run the ball. I don't know. You're gonna get beat up. And shout out to you, Billy, for throwing the ball 50 damn times.
I don't think that when I say a quarterback look rattled, like you can see when a guy's like, oh, I don't need to be out here. DJ, his performance made him look rattled because he kept throwing to the other team. But the look in his eye was like, oh, I'll go do it again. And I'll do it again.
I mean, I don't know what's better. I guess you have heart. Maybe.
Yeah. I mean,
heart is cool at interception 1 and 2. You know who else threw 5 interceptions? Nathan Peterman. The Peterman.
Peterman. Oh, Nathan Peterman. Yeah, I ain't got nothing for that. It was rough.
Yeah, LSU ain't really do nothing either now. Brian Kelly, you might be
fictitious. Hey, LSU.
But I'm looking at these stats.
Y'all are scam or thief. Y'all, if with 5 interceptions, y'all should beat us by 40.
Yeah, it should be
40.
Yeah.
40. And and this is the other part. Let me tell you how close this was. We had a touchdown for 87 yards called back on a phantom hole. Phantom. Yeah. This game, I'm not a hater. Florida and LSU played about the same. Now, they have a quarterback that's older who just did not throw 5 interceptions. But as much as I've liked Nussmeier, he looked regular and degular versus us.
All y'all quarterbacks look. We'll get to the rest of them because we got Cade Klubnik was supposed to be that good.
I don't know who you looking at right now and say, and you know how many teams just double down on, we'll just blow up this season and I'll just get Arch. No, you won't. You might be stuck with Tyler Schlepp.
But so last thing I want to ask you, because we talked about the 5 INTs.
We
talked about how boo-boo LSU's offense is. You assume that Billy's gonna be fired. They've already talked about they got the buyout money.
I've been asking for Billy to be fired since he got here, ain't it?
Y'all are being linked to the man who was fired because of racism. How do you feel about Florida being linked to John Gruden as the
Can he win?
Say it again. I just want to say it again.
No. Okay, let me clarify because Reggie's going to turn this bus up and drive it over. Do I think that John Gruden is a racist? Yeah, his email say so. Do I think that he'll be the only coach in the SEC that's probably racist? No. If that's the case,
come on. Big rationalize. Let's go.
No, this is like everybody at every job. They're probably racist.
Compromising.
No, I'm not.
The big compromise over here.
Everywhere that I've worked, other than this,
just said.
Wait, hold on. Every place that I've worked, except for this place that I work now, I am very confident they were racist there. And I work there every day with them.
So you're okay with bringing Gruden in as the head coach? Remember, you made fun of me 2 weeks ago.
When you say okay, what am I? Do I want Billy Napier to be the coach?
That's not what I asked you.
Of the available options, y'all know my answer. Lane Kiffin.
I think it's gonna be Lane, but that's still not answering my question.
And if not Lane, we're gonna talk about them next. Marcus Freeman. If you want to get on out of Notre Dame, I don't think that we can. I don't think that anybody, and the fact that since you work for Notre Dame, nobody even has to disclose how much money you make. For me,
which means they pay you how much they want to, when they want to.
Which probably means he's getting paid more than everybody else because everybody else has to explain it as this is the highest paid state employee. Notre Dame don't have to do that, and they get that big Catholic money. Let me tell you.
Yeah, like how he stepped right on away from John Gruden. I like it. We can move on.
No, I want Lane to be the coach, but would I take John Gruden and some W's? Yes. Anything
with a little
that's
finishing
not
salt of racism. That's fine.
Right. I mean, I think that's their thing. I don't think that I think that it's, every coach comes with something. I mean, the last coach
we can move on, bro.
We had that won a championship was
we can move on, man.
Was rubbing butts and his leg fell out, his heart fell out. So I mean, we didn't.
I mean, racism would complete the Infinity Stones,
right? We already had one of them, Riley Cooper. It's not like
heart
it
attack.
First time.
Y'all done had shark
everything.
Y'all done had pineapple people. Y'all done had y'all been.
All right, yep. Next up, Texas A&M upsets Notre Dame. Richie, terrific. This was a game that me and him said that we did think that Notre Dame was going to win, but it was definitely one to watch, and Notre Dame lost. This is, to me, once again, what I'm going to say is frustrating about being in the SEC is Texas A&M, once again, is going to beat a really good team. But what we know is destined to happen is they're going to lose their discipline along the way. They're going to blow a game that they should win, and then that'll be the end of their season. So people look at teams like Texas A&M and say, this team can't win a national championship. But what they can do is beat a team that could win a national championship every year. And this game says so. They were right there neck and neck with Notre Dame from beginning to end and close it out with that young sophomore quarterback. Great job.
This is me kicking myself for going against.
Don't stop, believe it.
I sat here on Saturday Morning Live for 3 minutes and was like, bro, I really want to pick Texas A&M. I really want to pick Texas A&M. They got Marcel Reed. I was like, bro, I don't think Notre Dame, and I talked myself out of it. Marcel Reed went 17-37 for 360 yards and 2 touchdowns, which means
he's playing 7-on-7 passing clinic out there.
That man was trying to hit the dummy that was going across the field, like in the Pro Bowl. Like, he missed 20 passes. But the 17 he completed was for 360 yards. Like, what were y'all doing? So he just had no intermediate passes. This was all deep passes.
They don't mind when you strike out when you hit a lot of home runs. Let me tell you.
Right. And then, of course, Le'Veon. Oh, I know what it was. Then Le'Veon Moss had 2. He had just enough. They ran the ball just enough at 4 yards of carry to get 128. I don't know. Marcus Freeman, you're supposed to be a defensive guru, bro. I don't know at what point you decide to double a receiver, but if Mario Craver could get 7 catches for 207 yards, a touchdown,
hey,
you might need to go ahead and shade that safety over there for the rest of the game, big dog.
Tell them to look, God damn, son. Help me. I'm out here getting cooked. Oh my God.
And then Notre Dame, hey man, Jeremiah Love, bro. No, he had 23 carries for 94 yards. That's not bad. But you're supposed to be the game changer. You're supposed to be one of the Heisman finalists. What is it? What's the running back award? You're supposed to be that guy. I mean, y'all don't look real regular down there in Notre Dame.
That's not Doak Campbell, is it?
I told you that schedule was going to come back and hurt them. I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
Is that Doak Campbell?
Yeah, I think so. I told you that schedule was going to come back there and hurt them. I told you. You said their last ranked game now is the 8th for Notre Dame, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I don't care. I do not care about none of that. One thing that you should have with because especially my schedule, football.
18th. Y'all better hope USC keep winning, because if they don't, y'all last ranked game was a loss to Texas A&M. And then y'all don't play a ranked opponent for the rest of the season.
I don't care. You got that sorry ass schedule. Take your ass home. Take your ass home. Get in the ACC. Get in the ACC.
So that was one. Shout out to Texas A&M.
ACC. Dancing on your grave. Play a real schedule, you chump. Speaking of playing a real schedule. Woo. Now, Vanderbilt, 31. Number 11, South Carolina, 7. Now,
nope. I don't believe it.
I need you to come to the front of the class now.
No, I don't. Lenore Sellers got hurt, bro. In the
that
first
ain't got nothing to do with what I'm talking about.
Oh, what?
Your boy.
Who?
Diego.
18 of 25 for 177 yards.
Another big win.
Yeah. It's a big win. But when Lenore Sellers, who is the best player on that team, is hurt and goes out in the first quarter, they weren't about to score. They weren't about to score no more.
And I mean, also Diego Pavia, 18 and 25, 177 yards, 2 touchdowns. That's 7 incompletions. He wasn't missing.
He wasn't throwing the ball down the field. And he had interception. So he's really 19 and 25. But
and I want to say this, after we've seen some special quarterback play this weekend, and when I say special, not the positive special, he looked damn good right now, don't he?
Shout it. Yeah. Right. He that's a poor quarterback class. That might be the Tim Tebow draft for quarterback classes.
He looked bad.
And I'm not saying he's bad, but he's not the best.
And let me tell y'all though, because we finna talk about somebody who looked good that's bad. Right now. You know how I hate when I say like I hate him and people think that you mean like you dislike this person. It's not that I dislike him. I just don't think you're a very good football player. But once again, shout out to the nerds for cutting South Carolina ass.
I don't have nothing to say here. Once the North Sellers got hurt, they couldn't throw the ball. They couldn't run the ball. He's literally their whole offense. So they had, I think the time of possession was like 3-1.
I hate to say it.
Yeah, Tampa Bay just came back and won the game.
Baker Mayfield is magical.
I was looking at it. That's why I put my phone down. I was like, oh, I see what's about to happen. It happened last week. I know what's about to happen.
Say what y'all
want
out
to. Sean McVay.
Right. Next up, Alabama rolls Wisconsin 38-14. And I was going to tell y'all about this quarterback that I hate. I don't know Ty Simpson, so I don't have a true emotion about him, but he is a scam. He went 382 yards, proceeded to cut Wisconsin's ass, and looked like a world beater. It is not real. It is a scam. It is a scam. It is a scam. With that being said, Ryan Williams had 165 yards, and he
might not be a scam. They finally threw the ball to him.
So I mean, no, Ryan Williams legitimately not a scam. He is very good. I don't know why Alabama continues to double down in this foolishness and continue to play with him. And when he's not good, this is now irresponsible coaching on my behalf. Kalen Dobert, when y'all play somebody and then y'all get beat, I don't want to hear anything from you. When they collect that money to pay you off so that they can send you home early, be prepared for it. I will still keep collecting my money, open up more GoFundMes, sell some cryptocurrency if you have to, because he's keeping that quarterback out there, and that's stupid.
Yeah, I mean, Wisconsin, and I'm not gonna do that because I don't want to disservice him by keep comparing him to Nick Saban, but it's just the discipline of it. But shout out to Alabama for actually.
This ain't got nothing to do with Nick Saban. You coaching stupidly against your peers.
Yeah, but shout out to Ryan Williams finally getting the ball. I mean, in the first half, they came out the second half and there was like still no touchdown in the first half. He had like 1 or 2 targets. Second half, they threw him the ball the whole half. And he delivered. He juked somebody so bad he fell off the screen. I do think that Alabama will find out who's a scam and who's not. Because honestly, we have the Scam Bowl in 2 weeks. Both teams are off next week, and then Georgia plays Alabama. So if you don't believe in Gunner and you don't believe in Ty, then at that point you have an opportunity to figure out who's better.
Let me tell you how hard I was looking up and down this schedule. Like, where are they off? Are they off? Yes, they are. Unbelievable. But yeah, Scam Bowl, baby. Scam Bowl. And y'all off this week too?
They gave both of us a bye for this game. And we're gonna be off for the Florida game. Yep, we get 2
right. Weeks. That man don't never.
Y'all gonna get 2 bye weeks too.
I don't like it. I don't like the way y'all are set up. Y'all set up at too good of a time. No, why are you helping them? They don't need no help, brother. None. Zero. Speaking of people needing help, I guess this is the time to go right into it. It's no better time than the present. Get this going right.
Deborius. Hello, Deborius. Or is it South Florida? Which way are we going? We going to the beach? Or we going to Clemson?
Hold on. Yeah. Let's do that. Let's go right here. This is Georgia Tech defeats Clemson 24-21.
Told y'all. I told y'all. I didn't believe in Clemson's defense. I told y'all. I didn't believe in Cade Klubnik. I told y'all. I didn't believe in Dabo Sweeney. I told y'all. Georgia Tech's offense is very difficult to stop. And if you're not
they love some Haynes King, boy. They love some Haynes King.
If they're not gap sound, they're gonna destroy you. And Clemson was not gap sound. And they got, I ain't even gonna say smoke, they just got beat up. And Cade Klubnik, fraudulent. You are not it. You had your coach Dabo looking down like, what have I done? What have I said?
You didn't get in that portal. You know exactly what you did.
So,
but you can't fire Dabo. So y'all, this is your lot in life. So a lot of people stuck. Y'all, Georgia Tech though. Georgia Tech. Hey man, it's looking like they might be in the playoffs.
Georgia Tech right now is going to battle Florida State and Miami for the ACC crown. At this moment in time, if you look at projected out, Clemson was supposed to be it. Clemson can only play spoiler for everybody else because Georgia Tech beat them.
Hey, don't nobody care, brother. You could play games during the season that matter, and then you wouldn't have that problem. Especially considering my team has to play these guys next. Miami destroyed University of South Florida 49-19. Correct. September 20th in 5 days. Lord Jesus. We play them Saturday at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. So every week.
Or Miami?
No. Hard Rock Stadium, Miami Gardens.
This will be the game y'all win. But we'll talk about it. Miami versus South Florida. It's going to happen. This is going to be the game y'all win.
This game typically would not matter at all, but South Florida breaks off of Boise the first week by 30 some odd points. They came back last week and beat Florida by, I think, 2. And then
3-2 makes 5, remember?
Yeah. I couldn't remember who had 3 and who had 2. And then me and Reggie called it on Saturday Morning Live. You as the underdog, there are only so many times you get to beat the favorite. Mathematically, it just wasn't there. I think that they can still probably have a pretty decent season, but Miami played well like they were supposed to and beat a team that they're better than. Congratulations. Thoughts and prayers in advance to my Florida Gators, even though I think that Billy knows that they better show the hell up against Miami, or you have a job by New Year's. You have a new job by New Year's. They beat them 5.
If they lose to Miami,
it better be close.
Know if you keep Billy, because you gonna end up losing y'all are the betting favorite to lose to Florida State at this point. So you would have lost to Miami, Florida State, Florida.
Oh, plenty more losses. South Florida. Plenty more losses. Plenty. So
but Miami, man, hey, we knew they were gonna beat South Florida, but now Carson Beck is the front runner for Heisman. Because everybody else is trash at quarterback.
That don't need to be a quarterback award every year. You can't look at Carson Beck and tell me that you think that he's the best player in college football.
No, it should be Jeremiah Smith.
I'm going to ask you, what type of dope are you smoking? I'm going to ask that you don't bring that around me and my family, because this is terrible. I don't have any other way to put it. It is terrible. And there's no hope in sight. And these quarterbacks are just not good. And let's not just, for the sake of the Heisman, just try to make it a quarterback. And that's the thing. They wrote 5 quarterbacks. They put Gunnar Stockton in the Heisman Trophy. Man, I was like, bro, what are y'all doing here? Y'all just doing anything for the sake of it?
I mean, other than Jeremiah Smith, I don't know of any skill position outside of quarterback right now that's standing out.
Bruh, it cannot be. If Carson Beck wins a Heisman, I will throw this season away myself.
Okay. I mean, I'm just letting you know. There ain't nobody else in the SEC quarterback realm. Maybe the OU quarterback. Him. But that's quarterback.
Mateer definitely. He's been the best, and that's crazy. Yeah, though. We wait all season to get here to look for our team, thinking that they're gonna do something. Well, especially my team, and to do yes. And I mean, I thought that he was gonna be better than these clowns,
bums. But we can move on from the ACC.
You heard what I was saying in my head.
We can move on from the ACC. Big Ten. Nothing really shocks us in the Big Ten, but one thing that really did shock us was UCLA getting upset by New Mexico. And if I'm not mistaken, they got the brakes beat off of them 35-10 with them scoring in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Tough break. And they fired their coach, Deshaun Foster, who was hired last year, midway through the second season. Tough break for Deshaun.
Yeah, I can't lie.
We have a saying here at the Splashcast. When you hitch your wagon to a bad quarterback or coach, depending on where you are, if you're the coach and you hit yourself to a bad quarterback in the pros, and now this is full-on semi-pro, you will be fired. And Nico Amaliva is boo-boo, awful, garbage, trash.
I don't know if he is that. I know a lot of it to me is he went into a situation where he just couldn't. The whole situation was messed up from the beginning. You played now that I'm not absolving him from that at all. What I'm saying is sometimes you play the cards you dealt and the cards don't go your way. You tried to bluff. They called your bluff. Now it looks rough. You got to play through it. Ain't there's nobody to save you.
And a lot of losses.
Right. You some days, it kind of reminds me of the Dennis Schroeder, where you bet and you think, oh, I'm worth this, and then you never get your money. Don't mean that you're not good or you terrible or anything like that. But at this point, you've lost. And you got to figure yourself out of this situation. Nobody else can save you from this situation.
Yeah, it's tight, and I don't care. But so shout out to them.
Yeah, and as far as Foster goes, it just never looked like he had anything positive going really with this team and this organization. We're rooting for you. He was doing his best to try to get minorities put on, and we really appreciate that. But at the end of the day, you still have to win football games. All the support, right? All the support in the world. We want to be there for you, brother, but you got to win. These people surely gonna fire you if you lose, and you lost a lot of games. Never really won.
Well, to lose in New Mexico is, especially after and I told y'all, I put it in the group. This is what happens with NIL. All the upsets you have in bad seasons will last maybe 18 months, and they're gonna get you out of there, especially if they don't believe
you wasn't even there. And then you had all them black and brown people. You knew you was on borrowed time, so you You got to do what you can with what you got, brother.
But, ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of the college football segment. You want to go straight in, or do you pause if necessary, or do you want to take a break?
Let's take a quick break here.
Pour up my second victory drink. Victory Monday. We'll be right back. Ha 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 ha. We'll be right back.
Prepare myself for the little bit of joy that I do have. We'll be right back. Well, we are back. We are back. And it is now time to talk NFL football.
Yes, sir, ladies and gentlemen. We are back with our NFL segment of episode 199 of the Splashcast Monday Night Raw. We are here on Victory Monday. You see the apparel. You know what it is. We not belaboring no points. We are here to tell you that the Falcons got off the schneid with a dominating performance against a interesting Minnesota Vikings team. Did you watch the game?
Yes, entirely. And I guess we got off the schneid. Number one, feels good to get into the win column. It sucks that the Bucs won today. We really needed them to lose, and Baker Mayfield did the magic. But it felt really good to see a defense come out and punch people in the face repeatedly, aggressively, from all ends. I'm thrilled about that. Pass rush.
Yeah, so first off, make sure y'all like, follow, and subscribe Dive Team Media Network. On all your platforms, there is a lunch break podcast out where I dove into the details of the win for the Falcons over the Vikings. I do like how we looked on defense and special teams. Younghoe Koo famously was left at home.
Probably
Your
gonna stay there.
boys at the house.
Young
And
Romo.
We had a new Romo, Parker Romo, not Tony. Came in 5 for 5 on field goals and 1 for 1 on extra points. His first field goal now, I was like, come on, bro. They had to go to the rule book. It was so close.
I'm talking about angels in the outfield. Somebody was on his side, because that at that time would have been very bad for us as a team, and I think it would have been bad for him as a kicker. But
he made it, and that took away the nerves. And we just, from a defensive stance, dominated the Vikings. Good. What's that? I can't see.
Oh, okay. So this is a little tweet from the Falcons of a bunch of firsts. Parker Romo makes his first field goal for the Falcons. James Pierce Jr. gets his first career sack. Brandon Dorless gets his first career sack. Jalen Walker gets his first career sack. Root gets his first career sack. Billy Bowman and Xavier Watts both get their first career interception. It feels very good for the rookies to show up like this. The defensive backs both give you interception. The edge both get a sack. And Leonard also with a sack. It felt like what we've been hoping for. The question is, can it be sustainable? But if they play like this, then we're a whole different team.
Yeah. So from a defensive standpoint, man, the question is this team right now? I mean, I think they're a top 3 unit just based off pressures, sacks, I mean, we got 6 sacks in a game, which is the most we've had in a game since 2018, when Adrian Claiborne had 5 by himself against the Dallas Cowboys. The rookies. I need all y'all to apologize to Terry Fontenot. 1. Shout out to Raheem Morris for saying we're gonna play the rookies. If it's close in camp, we going with the rookies. And Billy Bowman. First off, shout out to all the Falcons pages. I believe I'll look it up because the post will have their watermark. This is gonna be a real. They call them the Falcons' first 4 draft picks, the 4 horsemen. And the fact that
I like it. I like it.
The fact that everybody got there first, the rookies went crazy on defense. We'll talk about defense first since we're here. The rookies went crazy.
I wanted to lead with the good part. I see how I put it in order differently, but I was like, let's lead with positives.
The second years went crazy. Brandon Dorless is a problem. They can't block him. Him and Rook together on passing downs. Y'all go ahead. If you don't have 3-step drop, you can go and kiss a goodbye. You better roll out.
Release the hounds.
You better roll out. And James Pierce Jr.
You'll roll that ankle, JJ McCarthy. Thoughts and prayers to you, brother.
Huh?
I said you'll roll your ankle. Thoughts and prayers to JJ McCarthy. Heal up and don't play us.
But James Pierce Jr. looks like
a madman.
He was in the back. He only got credited for half a sack. He was in the backfield almost every play he was in the game. He was killing the offense. Now, hey, Minnesota was hurt. They missing everybody.
Don't care. Do not care. Do not care. And thoughts and prayers to AJ Terrell. We still waiting to hear back on that hamstring injury. But until that, he played very good football too.
Yeah, I like how the defense was attacking. Shout out. Hey, I'm when I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Shout out to David Onyemata. You look amazing out there, bro. They put you in and for just specific downs, which I like. Shout out to Jeff Ulbrich because he put Onyemata in when it was obviously they could run, or if there was a screenplay of any that we had a notion basically when a fullback was in the game. And they put Onyemata in, and once they couldn't run the ball, it was them linebackers was going crazy. Jalen Walker, all y'all folks who was saying, hey, he hadn't played, he's hurt, he's a 20. Bro, he destroyed the right tackle.
Right.
He was in the backfield in 2 seconds. JJ McCarthy had no shot. Zach Harrison, crazy. They couldn't block him. The whole defense looked A+. A++. I didn't get to the secondary. You go to the secondary because I was talking about the fat boys. A+++ for the defense. Xavier Watts, Billy Bowman. What you think about the secondary?
I was really excited, especially on the plays where they got there. You got Billy who just stuck with that dude. He was right at his hip. 90, maybe 95% of the time, that's just an incomplete pass. He stuck right there with him. He got his. Xavier Watts ends the game as the quiet guy who you didn't expect to do a whole lot of talking. He was the one who waved y'all out of there. He said, good night. Good night, Irene. I will see y'all later. It was really good to see this team. And I think it's good to have 2 rookies and they both be in a position group and room together so that you can kind of lean on the other guy for confidence, and you have a study partner who is committed to being as good. And in both cases, you have one guy who's the more calm and collected guy of Xavier Watts and Jalen Walker. And then you have the hothead in James Pierce and Billy Bowman. And I think that dynamic is really making those guys commit to each other and play well in balance.
Yeah. I like AJ Terrell did hurt his hamstring, but he had Justin Jefferson in jail before he got hurt. And shout out to Ulbrich. I will say we're now going to have to go. I think we're going to have to make a move. But I'm going to bring this up with Billy Bowman. You know who he reminds me of? Who? Tyrann Mathieu. Billy Bowman reminds me of Tyrann Mathieu because he can cover the slot. He actually was in competition to return punts like Tyrann Mathieu, and his run support is
great.
He's definitely not afraid. Them little bubble screens they tried to run. Y'all go.
Yeah, he's not afraid to get his nose in there, try to blow something up. And also, man, Xavier Watts. I know you missed 2 last week, but I mean, there's a world where Xavier Watts has 3 interceptions going into week 3.
Hey man, Jesse Bates Jr. That's what I'm calling him. He looks like he's never out of position,
right?
Ever. The whole game, he was never out of position, and he don't really miss tackles. The one thing I can say about this Falcons team in this game, we probably had 3 missed tackles.
Not near. Hey, and I'm gonna tell y'all what Bijan did to them. What Bijan does to most people open field is criminal. But
yeah,
I saw 3 missed tackles on multiple plays
on a 4-yard run.
Yeah. Please go to the story. I posted it because it was unbelievable. Bijan Robinson. Hold on, before we get there, Divine Diablo. I'm really falling in love with what Ulbrich has kind of created, and I respect way more them going after Divine Diablo super early. I get it now. He's basically a safety playing middle linebacker, and
there's no such thing as a strong safety anymore. You're basically a linebacker.
He's like a rover, but he's not your typical middle linebacker who's going to struggle against the faster tight ends, i.e. a guy like Kyle Pitts. Divine Diablo is like, nah, bro. I'm wherever that tight end is, you might actually be better off with a bigger, like Darnell Washington type tight end, where he might just be able to physically just big body him. But if you're gonna have these Kyle Pitts as tight ends, Divine Diablo is gonna be perfectly fine. And I like his athleticism a lot.
Him and Caden Ellis, and Arnold Ebiketie. He didn't really get a lot of shine, but he can set the edge. And they're using, I said it before, they are using Divine Diablo, which I didn't know they were going to use, and Caden Ellis, and now Arnold Ebiketie. They just put him on the field and tell him run around. Y'all go run around. It's a screen pass.
See ball, get ball. See ball, get ball.
That's all they do, and it's working so far. But the D line is the key to it. Shout out to D Alford. You came in. You had that one pass with Justin Jefferson, but that was because somebody was out of position. And then you played lights out, and it helps when you get 6 sacks. So the defense was great. How did you feel about the offense and Bijan? Well, not just Bijan. How you feel about the offense? Because I'm not as excited about the offense.
Offense sucked. The offense sucked. I'm not gonna say anything other than the truth. The same thing that you expecting to win. I mean, the same thing that you respect in a win, you should respect in a loss. And the offense could not close. We're not closing. There's no reason we asked that man to come in off the street. He didn't even know. He didn't know Leonard Floyd. He got introduced to Leonard Floyd after the game.
Oh, but you go in special teams. I'm talking about the offense.
Yeah. One and the same. What I'm saying is,
I see what you're saying.
Yes, the offense not closing drives and asking young Romo to come in off the street to save us. He kicked 5 field goals. 5. That means there are 5 times we were in striking distance and packed it up and got sent home. Now, I think that I can't understand the play calling from Zach Robinson. Like, I understand featuring Bijan, but this was the Bijan show. The only thing that could even begin to make me feel this way is that Drake London is probably a little bit more hurt, and Darnell Mooney was a little bit more hurt than we thought. So you put the game in Bijan's hand. That allows you to manage the clock. You allowed him to get all the touches that he needed and wanted, and he's damn near impossible to tackle in the open field. But I can't say that. I think that I appreciate Penix not putting us in a place to lose this game. And I think that in many cases, if we had any of our previous quarterbacks, minus Kirk, we would have been in position to lose this game. Now, this is maybe a game where I think Kirk probably would have played a little bit better. And I'm okay with that.
I don't know. I mean, Penix did miss a couple deep balls, and that was frustrating. But I don't know how much what more Kirk really would have done, because we gave the ball to Bijan the first 5 plays of the game. He had 50 yards rushing.
I think it was 7.
Okay. I was like, okay, well, we're going to give him the ball every time. And he played well, and shout out to him for being in shape. But I do like how he used Algier. So we killed him with Bijan for 3 quarters. In the 4th quarter, they just said, Algier, you just go run everybody over. And, of course, we use Algier in short yardage. So I do like how Zach Robinson has learned. But, bro.
Thank you. Thank you, bro.
You call, and I didn't think about this because I didn't say this on the podcast earlier. That's a good point. I do. You may be right about Mooney and Drake, because Drake was definitely hurt. And he had that fumble, which was frustrating. But shout out to the defense. But they may have been a little bit more hurt than they let on, which is why you feature Bijan and Algier and Kyle Pitts.
Right.
They feature Kyle Pitts a lot this game. I think he had like 6-7 targets.
And even on the London fumble, it was a great catch. You knew what he was trying to do. He likes that stiff arm, but you probably, I mean, you're just not gonna have the same level of strength with an AC joint sprain. And it was also a perfect peanut punch. You stuck your arm out, the ball was exposed, and if I remember correctly, that was a linebacker. He shot that arm right through there. Sometimes better to take your W and go home. But I also don't. I want Drake to continue to play with that level of aggression, and I don't want him to stop that.
I wasn't too mad at it, but I was frustrated because he's in his 3rd year, right? This is the 3rd year in a row he done had that peanut punch fumble.
But if you look at that, it was perfect. It's just you sticking the arm out to try to get him away from you, and that's good defense awareness. That's really it. That's what you really coach guys to do is, hey, take that shot when you get it. And he did.
Yeah. Yeah. And then, of course, Parker Romo coming in, kicking 5 field goals. Shout out to you, young boy. Cool. You can hit the road, Jack. And don't you come back. No more, no more, no more, no more. He's out of there. Before we move on, our starting right tackle is now out. Our starting cornerback is now out. We'll talk about the other teams. It has come out that the Falcons said, we are not trading Kirk Cousins. This is it. He's here. We'll figure it out after the year.
Right. Because
I don't know if I necessarily believe that, because depending on the severity of AJ Terrell, even though we are, like I said, a very deep team for the first time in a long time, there may be a move that we need to go make to get either a tackle or a cornerback.
I think they lying. I think they just want somebody to come hat in hand. I think they want begging. Baby, I'm begging. Baby, I'm begging, begging, begging. I think they want to come in and please give us Kirk. And then it's like, oh, okay, well, I'll give you Kirk. What you got for me?
Quentin Williams. No,
boy, go to hell.
They said no Micah Parsons. You know that.
Right. Right. But I think you can get something, maybe some picks, because you need to do something with the Bengals to keep them. I mean, Minnesota. People, I don't know if you
could give us Dallas Turner. You could give us I don't know if they got a corner. They got a corner.
They ain't gonna give up Dallas Turner. You're gonna have to get something in that second.
They got Van Ginkel. They got like a bunch of people. They can give up. They can literally give up Turner.
Okay.
I would want a corner.
And the other part is I'm not 50-50, because if you take Kirk and Kirk plays really well, you're probably gonna have to re-sign Kirk Cousins, which probably not the worst idea.
No, you won't. This is last contract. Why would you resign? He still got 2 more years.
Does he? No, there's no money guaranteed on that next year. This is it. He ain't gonna go to work for $5 million. I can tell you that now. But Justin Jefferson ain't gonna let, and I told y'all this ahead of time, Justin Jefferson ain't gonna let JJ McCarthy keep playing like this. Y'all, he gonna be like, I'm going somewhere. I just saw what happened to Micah.
Is Byron Murphy the starting cornerback for them?
Don't give me
and Isaiah Rodgers. They both short. They don't got nothing I want to eat. But yeah, shout out to the Falcons, man. We played really, really well on defense. I'm nervous about the offense. I'm nervous about our right tackle. I'm nervous about us on completing drives. We don't look like we've made a lot of changes or as many changes on offense as you would think. It's
offense
still
Bijan. Is not,
yes,
it's not. It's not closing. It is a place where we should be confident in saying, hey, we can go out here and kind of do what we need to do. No, we're not in command on offense enough. For the weapons that we have, we should be influencing, not the ones getting influenced. And I don't like that. That's the easiest way for me to put it. We are getting influenced. Well, while y'all are here, we did Monday Night Raw. The Buccaneers have completed a comeback. They beat the Texans. Baker Mayfield comes down.
Game-winning drive again.
Leads another game-winning drive. Let's see what the stats are here. 25 of 38, 215 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interception. He was sacked four times for a loss of 24 yards. CJ Stroud, 13 and 24, 207 yards, 1 touchdown. He was sacked 3 times. Nick Chubb, 12 carries, 43 yards. Bucky Irvin, 17 carries.
The Bucs ran the ball. Yards. That's why they won.
Yep.
It's tight. It's tight on CJ. I injuries suck for them. Tank Dell was the guy that opened up the offense for them. I think didn't they re-sign Christian Kirk or did he go somewhere else?
Yeah, but he's hurt.
That's what I was saying. He's hurt again. So they don't really have anybody to open up the field for Nico Collins. And they can't seem to figure that out. But yeah, the Bucs are the Bucs, man. They're really good. They're scary. That second game between us is gonna be fun if we're both healthy. Y'all Bucs fans, y'all better pray that if you like football, you pray that the Falcons and the Bucs are healthy and in contention at the end of the season, because that could be a great game.
I think that the Falcons, Bucs, and Texans are all about the same place. Even with the Texans loss, they lost by 1 point on a comeback drive from what I believe to be one of the 7 best quarterbacks in the NFL right now. And probably top 5 in intangibles.
I don't care about it.
I mean, my thing is Baker at the end of the game is as good as, I'm not gonna say anybody. He ain't as good as Lamar. He ain't as good as Josh Allen. He ain't as good as Mahomes. But outside of that, 2 minutes left.
Clutch 2 minutes left. Matt Stafford, Aaron Rodgers, you would assume that they're still pretty good in the 2-minute drill, which they are.
I put all 3 of them in the same category, though.
I will give Baker this. I ain't gonna say that. I'm not gonna agree with that. But I will say this. For all the quarterbacks that get coaches fired, Baker Mayfield is probably going to be on his 5th offensive coordinator or 4th offensive coordinator since he's been in Tampa Bay, because their current offensive coordinator is calling some great plays, but Baker's executing. So now you have the first offensive coordinator when he was there went to, or maybe it was the second, went to Carolina. The second one, Liam Cohen, just went to Jacksonville. This guy, I can't remember his name. My phone died, so I can't look it up, and I don't want to do ChatGPT. So, but this guy, their play calls are fantastic, and Baker is great at executing this offense. Todd Bowles quietly has built
Josh Grizzard.
Yeah. He's next on because it's supposed to be Zach Robinson. Remember, Zach Robinson's supposed to be the next guy, but he sucks at play calling. Baker Mayfield is getting these dudes hired, which probably to me may be the highest compliment you can give, because you keep bringing in offensive coordinators and I keep performing and adapting and being better. Shout out to you, Sean McVay. You paired that up. Hey, man. Look ahead. Shout out to Sean McVay. He saved Baker's career, giving him a shot. And I ain't gonna say he saved Baker's career. Baker saved his career. Sean McVay gave him a shot, and he came in and learned the playbook in 2 days and won the game. And that literally got him over to Tampa Bay, where he had to beat out Kyle Trask.
Yes. And this is the other part about this is they down Christian Wirfs and Luke Gedeke as, starting offensive linemen. If they didn't give, if the offensive line wasn't getting crushed like they were at certain points. Now, also understand it's the Texans defensive line and linebackers. That's not a fun day for any offensive line. But being down 2 starters, especially Tristan Wirfs, who is a all-world guy, to be able to pull this win out was a big win for them.
Mm-hmm. It was. So shout out to, not really shout out, but shout out to Baker. I ain't gonna say shout out. And shout out to black coach, Ty Bowles. But I don't want to say shout out.
And I'm happy to the white quarterback saving the black coach's job. And I mean, that boy just riding the horse like, hey, man, I'm going to go with this until it ain't nothing left. With that being said, Chargers and Raiders just started.
That's exactly what you think the Chargers and Raiders will be.
Right. Tied 3-3. Nothing to report yet. I assume that I'll be in bed before anything gets interesting with this game. Next up, we're going to go right.
We're going to run through these because there's some games we're going to talk about, and some games it's like, man, we do not care about the Patriots.
Wow.
Hey, man. Possibly the best team in the league right now. The Green Bay Packers beat the Commanders. Micah Parsons tells Jordan Love, you just give me 20 points. That's all I need.
Right.
That's all we need, bro. Micah Parsons got another sack. That's 2. Right. He gets 17. You're going to be sick.
And this is on limited plays. When he goes in, see ball, get ball, see man, get man. Hurt man, hurt man, hurt man. Jaden Daniels injured. We don't know if he's somewhere between questionable and probable next week. That is not good. He is the leader of your team. He is your golden ticket. And without him, I think that you guys regress drastically. I don't even know who the backup quarterback is.
I don't think regressed is the right term. I think fall off a cliff.
Woo!
Legs. I mean, ain't nothing there. Comatose. Plan for 2026. 1-0, Dan Quinn. That's when you bring back Atlanta Dan Quinn. 1-0 every week. We 1-0.
Damn Quinn. Oh, let me tell you. Backup quarterback, Marcus Mariota. Run right. Run left. Run
Barrel roll.
Run left. Boot right. Boot left.
That's tough.
Your backup quarterback cannot throw the ball 15 yards. Not competently.
Thank you, Jerry. That's how we end that segment.
Y'all might have drafted Shador. But no, yeah,
it's tight. Speaking
everything is better than Mariota. Let me tell you that much.
That's a lie. That's a lie. Joseph Burrow and the Cincinnati Bengals. First off, let's go here. I need to address these. Y'all know me. I got a little bit of a back and forth with my Jaguars fans right now. When I say mine, y'all's, because I'm not a Jaguars fan. Y'all been telling me that Trevor Lawrence is that guy. Y'all disputed us. You told me that I didn't know what I was talking about when I referenced the rumor of them moving to London as a tongue-in-cheek comment. Y'all said, oh, no, you don't know what you're talking about. Make podcast equipment $30,000 so y'all can't pod no more. And I said, you know what? Y'all got me. Y'all have convinced me this week. I'm going to bet on Trevor Lawrence. The reel is out there. I put it up there for that specific reason. And I said, if he loses this game and he's terrible and he's not good against Cincinnati, who has 2 defensive players, and one of them has only played 1 NFL game and had no training camp because he held out. and Shamar Stewart. And so did Trey Hendrickson. If y'all tell me that they can't beat them, then y'all gonna have a problem. And then Joe Burrow goes out with a torn toe. His whole toe got torn off. He a turf toe grade. I didn't even know there was a grade 3 turf toe sprain. It was grade 3.
Hey, tear that toe off, build me a whole new toe.
And shout out to you, Cincinnati, because y'all the only team that ain't got no cart. I didn't know that y'all the only team in the NFL ain't got no cart. There's no way I'd have resigned in Tennessee. But I digress. I'm talking to you, Duval. I said I will never trust y'all again if Trevor Lawrence blows this game. And let me tell you, he went out there and lost to Jake Browning. And it's tight on. I don't know who the defensive coordinator is. I don't think it's Nielsen. But it's unfortunate. And I'm not betting on Trevor no more. We told y'all, and y'all.
Why would you? I told y'all from day one, Trevor Lawrence has been a scam since he left Clemson. Before y'all paid him, I said, have y'all actually watched him play football? Why would you give him a max contract as a guy who's never been maximum at anything other than being terrible? 24 or 42, 272 yards. That gives him a whopping average of 6.5 yards per pass play, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 1 sack. QBR of 34.7. Losing to Jake Browning, who also, embarrassingly enough, cooked 21-32, 241 yards, 2 touchdowns. Now, he threw 3 interceptions. Son. But I know you out there just doing anything.
In 2 quarters.
Son, once again, at least you're trying. And clearly that's all it took.
I will say
maybe I'll let Travis Hunter play quarterback.
Hey, man, and let me tell y'all what y'all should not do, Duval. Y'all up here question. I know Brian Thomas had 4 drops or whatever like CeeDee Lamb. But that's the best thing y'all got. Y'all better not make him want to leave.
If not him, then who?
Y'all have got rid of everybody else. So I mean, y'all can't lose this game. You shouldn't have lost this game. It is what it is. To the Bengals.
You do what you do because that's what you do. Speaking of doing what you do, nothing.
Look at it. We gotta talk. What do the Bengals do with Joe? I mean, they've paid him. They've paid everybody, but this is not.
What do you mean?
Out of 4
nothing.
Seasons.
That don't matter. What you gonna do? Trade him? That place will crumble.
No, but if I'm Joe, I probably force my way out because this is bad juju. You just don't need to be Ohio professional football right now. The juju is not there. They've gerrymandered the juju in Ohio. Yeah, it is no longer there.
Not my problem, son. Now I feel bad for Joe because first of all, he was my fantasy.
You don't feel bad for people that resign now.
Yes, I do, because you got to get the money first.
You could have gone anywhere.
Yeah, but they was not going to let you go nowhere civilly. 3 months is a long time. And I mean, the other thing is, what is this team going to look like? What are they about to do going forward? I don't think that they can afford it, but they should be calling on Kirk. Now, Atlanta probably like, don't call me, brother. I'm not taking.
Yes, you can say, call me. Give me Trey Hendrickson. That's the only way it works.
Then Trey lose to lose.
You fool signed him to a 1-year deal. You're gonna lose him anyway.
I mean, sure. I mean, yes. And that's probably why Atlanta said we're not interested in it. You're gonna have to make me a deal. I can't refuse. Yeah. I know where you are. This is a rock, and this is a hard place. And you are in the middle.
Bro, you got 5 good players on your team, and 4 of them said you can't trade them.
And I'm not interested. That means call me and beg me. Beg me. Get on your knees and bark like you want it. You're not getting it from me, brother. Go to hell first.
It's tight. It is tight on the Bengals. It's tight on the Bengals. It's tight. This is what this game was, the tight bowl. Pause if necessary. This is just Cincinnati versus Jacksonville. Y'all can't do nothing. Y'all can't get out of your own way.
There are multiple teams. Minnesota, it's tight on y'all. Justin Jefferson is not going to be in his prime letting y'all try to teach J.J. McCarthy how to throw the football. And he threw it better than I thought he was going to throw it. And it's still nowhere.
That was his second game of his career. Like, he's never played. He's a rookie.
No, they didn't. I've been saying that when y'all let Sam Darnold walk out the door. I said, hey, I don't think that these timelines match up. And if I'm in my prime and I know who I am, then the last thing I'm going to let you do is that you figure out how to teach a quarterback how to play the game. I'm going to get the hell on. And I think that that's a situation to monitor in Minnesota. I think that the Bengals as a team are a team that should be monitored very closely, because there's a part of this where you just have to make a business decision. Can we be good for the rest of the season without Joe Burrow? I think that likelihood is damn near impossible. If that's the case, then Big Bag, corporate Raider Norwood gonna say what? Sell off the assets.
Who do you sell off though? Oh, we got some comments. My bad, y'all. I did not see the comments. We appreciate y'all. Oh, spent all that money on the wide receiver room. Chase and Higgins should be able to. Josh with the troll. Baltimore Ravens fan right here, who is part of the why the Ravens won't get wide receivers. Josh is trolling Norwood. He's really trolling Splashcast. He's really trolling Norwood.
He's not trolling me.
All that money on the wide receiver room. Chase and Higgins to carry them.
I didn't say to go spend all your money on rims and then not get the oil change in the car and not have no gas. This car is nothing. And Khalil Mack out with that does not look good. I think that this is an opportunity for some teams. Oh, Kansas City. See if y'all can get T. Higgins. Y'all, let's be real here. Kansas City, y'all need help in your wide receiver room. In Cincinnati, your season is over. Higgins is a decent asset that you could probably get.
Who needs help in the wide receiver room?
The Chiefs.
What would they give back? It's 4 years, 140 now. That ain't cheap. I'm sorry, 4 years, 112. Justin Jefferson, 4 years, 140.
But it's only like it's not that much. If you look at the actual guarantees, it's a very reasonable deal. They could make that work, and I think they should. Now, if I'm Cincinnati, do I really help Kansas City? You got to ask yourself.
You trade for Justin Jefferson and hope for next year. How would you do?
Hold on, Justin Jefferson.
Yeah, you just said Justin. If I'm Justin Jefferson, I don't believe in J.J. McCarthy. I'm out of there. Hey, send me over here with my LSU brethren. I make 4 years, 140. He make 4 years, 112. That's a $7 million a year difference. Throw somebody else in that trade. Anybody. I don't care. Give them cash considerations. Send me over there and allow us to have 4 million yards and no defense. That's what they're going to
do. That's it. That's something I had not considered, but I think that
nobody did. Yeah. Nobody thought about that. Nobody can see Jefferson being out there. But if I'm gonna force my way out,
I think that you're not forcing yourself to not forcing the two top wide receivers in NFL, and then everybody else don't have one now. We're not doing that. This is not Madden. Next up,
a little bit.
There's a lot of jokes here. There's a ton of jokes with this.
Offensive explosion.
Yes. First of all, we got all of the Russell Wilson Sierra jokes. They were asking, was this Russell Wilson pre-Sierra? He played surprisingly a really good game. 30 or 41.
What game are we talking about? What game are we talking about for the listeners?
Oh, the Giants versus the Cowboys. Russell Wilson, 30 or 41, 450 yards, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception, was sacked 3 times, but overall, very solid game. Dak Prescott, 38 of 52, 361 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, also sacked 3 times. On one hand, you look at this game and think that the Giants should not have ever been in the conversation with the Cowboys. The Cowboys secondary cannot stop a cold. They can't stop anything. It is No,
Yeah.
every week. Every week.
Yeah, they look bad.
Y'all ain't nobody hurt yet, and y'all ain't tired yet. Y'all just suck.
Yeah, and for this offense and what Malik Neighbors wants to do, who was very upset last week, and now they just said, okay, you know what we'll do? We'll have Russell Wilson be the starter because the best thing Russell Wilson can do is throw the ball straight up in the air.
And Malik Neighbors like, cool.
And Malik Neighbors and Wan'Dale Robinson just ran up under the ball the whole game. And if it wasn't for, and I blame the New York Giants defense. We talked about y'all, profiled y'all. Kayvon Thibodeau was talking big about us having the best defensive line, and y'all went out there and allowed 40 points. Now, I'll discount 3 of those points because Buddy kicked a 64-yard field goal to send it to overtime. Yeah. He was on the other side of the 50. I'll give that. I'll give you that. But to allow 37 points to the Cowboys, he only throw to CeeDee Lamb. He ain't throw to nobody else. He only throws to CD.
No. CD had 9 receptions for 112. He's looking unbelievable. Jake Ferguson, fantastic. 9 receptions, 78 yards. Pickens, 5 receptions, 68 yards. And
I forgot about Pickens. I don't care. I'm bitter. You know why I'm bitter? Because I played sneaky in fantasy football who drafted all of the Cowboys. All of them. He has Dak. Right. Pickens, the only one he didn't get a CD, and that's because of you. Javonte Williams, he got the kicker, and you know what the hell the kicker did? 26 points in fantasy football and had me lose. These mugs had 0 points going into the third quarter. What you don't know about this stupid ass game, I'm mad now. What you don't know about this stupid ass game is that they scored like 25 points in the fourth quarter. It was like 17-13. I was comfortable. I still had 4 players to play in fantasy football. I was gonna win. Them Javonte Williams went from 4 points to 28. What the f***? What the f***? Who the f*** is Javonte Williams? Who is the kicker? I still don't know his goddamn name.
Cumulatively, there were 41 points scored in the fourth quarter. 21.
Stupid ass. Don't tell me nothing about the NFC East. It's a one-team division. All y'all other motherfuckers suck.
Clowns. Yeah, it is. But if you ask NFC East people, they'll be like, "No, the NFC East is good." Man, this is clown behavior.
Man, y'all the Big 12, bro. Y'all the Big 10. It's Ohio State. It's Philadelphia and the Pips. All y'all suck. Y'all suck. Made me lose that stupid ass game. I'm pissed because I was winning. Now I got to get Lad McConkey to get 40 points. He's going to give me 24, but I'm going to lose because he need 40 because Javonte Williams decided to bear crawl into the goddamn end zone. Man, fuck the Cowboys. Now you got me cussing. It's the liquor. Let's move on. I don't care.
Yep.
That was epic. But, hey, and I'm upset just like the Bears should be. The Bears should be cussing themselves out in the mirror today, too. 52 points, Ben Johnson. 52. Hey, shout out to the Lions for sending a message, beating the Bears 52-21. Sending a message. Aiden Hutchinson just punked everybody. They punked everybody. It's tight, and they trolled Ben Johnson. Like,
it's rough on Caleb Williams right now. I didn't expect him to come back.
You mean Caleb Fields or Justin Williams? Which one? They all the same
people. Boy. God.
They're the same people.
Yeah, I don't know why the offense can't get right. I mean, I guess 21 points ain't terrible, but it's not nearly enough. And 52 points, my God, Bears, y'all are
to allow 52, 21 points.
Y'all are a defensive team. This
says who?
I'm talking about historically. Relax. I'm not on nobody's side in this. I didn't think that. Now, I do think that
it's only one side. The Bears quit. Ain't nobody on their side either.
The Lions, I think, are a good team. Losing their coordinators, I think, kind of stifled them in the beginning. Going forward, we'll kind of see, hey, are y'all back to yourselves, which is a really good football team, or is your leadership not in a place to be able to manage this? But you did what you were supposed to against a division rival. You destroyed them. Congratulations.
What it is for Chicago is they don't have a running back. DeAndre Swift, I forgot about that because I meant to post that in the group. DeAndre Swift missed the open running lane Like 5. He looked like, y'all remember Trent Richardson from Alabama, how he got drafted and they said he couldn't see the hole, pause if necessary. He could not see the rushing lanes. It's the same thing with DeAndre Swift. And they can't run the ball.
Don't they got Montgomery though?
Nope. Montgomery is in Detroit. DeAndre Swift is in Chicago. He was in Detroit.
You're right.
They swapped, if I'm not mistaken. And it's tight. If y'all can't run the ball and do play action pass, Caleb is gonna get he gonna be another one that flame out. He gonna be an influencer soon. Ben Simmons. He gonna be
the other part is, Gibbs went for 12 carries for 94 yards. Dave Montgomery went for 11 carries, 57 yards. And then Jarrett, 5 touchdowns, 334 yards. Woo! St. Brown, 115 on 9 receptions. Jamison Williams, 2 receptions, 108. My goodness.
Roma Dunzier, 7 catches, 128, 2 touchdowns.
Man, I'm happy to see him coming along.
Yeah, he might force his way out to Atlanta right when what's his name's contract is over with. Mooney, come on.
I think he
reunite with Caleb Wood. Reunite with
I think he's gonna
Penny.
want some money. I think he's gonna want wide receiver 1 money, and we're not gonna pay him and Drake London wide receiver.
Well, you're not wide receiver 1, bro. And we seen how paying 2 wide receiver 1s gets you. It gets you the Bengals. So there's that. We can keep going though. We ain't gotta belabor the point.
Right. Rams beat the Titans. The Titans.
I got nothing. I don't know nothing about this game. Kyra Williams.
The Titans are just trying to figure it out. I think that Calvin Ridley probably has just missed his time in football.
Yep.
He might be another guy. You know my answer.
Kansas City, send him over.
Right.
Send him on over.
Right. All right, bro. Hey, I've done worse with less. You better than Juju. So yeah, I think that, and 3 receptions, 57 yards on 6 targets. That wide receiver room. Calvin Ridley is the best guy in this wide receiver room, and he's a wide receiver too. And
they got Ella Maynard as 1.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, I don't think that Calvin.
In life, he's wide receiver too. I got you. Okay, in life,
yes.
Yeah,
so there's not a lead dog there, and you don't even have like a tight end to be like, oh well, that's where we'll kind of.
They're supposed to, but he's not good. He's underwhelming. They need offensive line. They need something. I don't know. I don't care. Look, whatever.
Cam Ward, 19 and 33, 175 yards, 1 touchdown, no interception, but 5 sacks, boy. My God. I'm telling y'all.
O-line. Y'all got to go invest in the O-line. Yeah. That's the next investment for the Titans. Because obviously receiver ain't working for you.
Yeah. Stafford.
Y'all worse than the Ravens. Traylon Burks is awful.
Devontae Adams, big game. 6 receptions, 106 yards in the tutty. And his longest reception was only 33. And he only got hit on 50% of his targets. Stafford was gonna get him the ball. Hey, son.
Somebody went in there and cussed him out. Somebody went in, hey, big dog. Now y'all done brought me over here. Shit now.
Right.
That one of them uncles. Shit now. Ain't you one of them?
Next
we don't care. Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. This actually means a lot. This was a game number 1 that came down to the very end.
What game? Pats beat the Dolphins 33-27.
Yes. In the last few minutes, it was released earlier in the week that the Dolphins had a players only meeting after week 1.
Y'all need to contract that out. Go ahead and contract that out. It ain't work.
Players only meeting typically means that it ain't gonna be good. That is the last ditch effort. And to have the last ditch effort start on week 1, best thing you can do is get on out of here. Now, there's a part of this that most people haven't paid attention to or privy to. The Dolphins GM has been there longer than anybody else, I think, in recent history. And they have not had a winning season. But he's the GM from the Brian Flores situation. So where it looks like Michael McDaniel deserves to be fired and will be fired, the Brian Flores lawsuit is still going on. If you fire the GM, there is potential that he could tell everybody where if the bodies are buried somebody or somewhere.
What you mean if they didn't prove the bodies is there?
The other part about this is, especially in the last, once again, 6-7 weeks, Pablo Torre has found out everything. And I think that creates a very, very interesting situation here, because if you fire that guy, you could have information leaked almost immediately. And he wouldn't have
a different type of job security, but it's job security.
But Michael McDaniel, multiracial McDaniel, as y'all know him, he's got to go, because this thing has no discipline. All of his quirky sayings are not nearly as funny now when they talk about winning games. And he says, in order to win, you got to score more points than the other team. That funny shit is only funny when you win.
I told y'all when he said it last year, I said, look, man, all that shit is cute when you winning. All that sprinting off the field and wearing off-whites and all of that stuff. Are you doing that when you're winning now?
You're skinning and grinning like a Cheshire cat. Now, it got bad. Everybody
one way when you win, they treat you another way when you lose.
Right. And they start talking about your sneakers. And I don't got nothing to do with that.
That's code. Welcome.
Welcome
that you tried it. Nope.
Yeah, welcome. You made it very clear that you was of one thing, and that's fine. And I appreciate your preference. And that is what it is, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be for the uninitiated and for the uninitiated. Don't worry.
Tyreek mad at Tua mad at the media, fans and commentators mad at McDaniels mad at everybody else. All that mad means
can't it's time to fire that GM. Can't clean house when you got a bad proxy report under the bed. Let me tell you that, because they're gonna start opening up them papers. I remember back in the day, your mama find their progress report. Then you start lying. Well, my teacher got to fix my grade. Then she called your teacher talking about you need to fix the grade. I don't have to fix the grade. That's his grade. And this is what's going on right now in Miami. I told y'all since end of last season, this place is in trouble. And now, oh my goodness. And there's no way out of this.
Fire sale.
I mean, because if you blow this up, you got to go, right? It's no way I'm doing I'm not doing a rebuild with this dude who
send them right on to the Jets. Or the Steelers, whatever. Aaron Rodgers about to retire. You know me. Any mid to young quarterback Tua can have a Baker Mayfield renaissance by going to the.
Hey, McDaniels though. I'm gonna tell you, we would love to have you as an OC in Atlanta.
Run game coordinator.
I think I let him call all the plays. I think he can call plays. I just don't think he's a nerd, and I don't think that the players are going to.
Khalil Mack break his arm.
Yeah, I think so. That's the reason I say it look bad.
I just saw it, Lord.
Yeah, he was holding the whole hand, like, and they put him right in the golf cart. Yeah.
And now when you hold your arm and your hand just drop like this.
Don't worry. It ain't. He'll be in a club in 3 weeks.
Yeah. But yeah, the Patriots. Shout out to the Patriots. They won, but nobody cares. 33-27. Nobody really cares that y'all won because the Dolphins are so terrible right now.
And I once again, the way that y'all are winning this game matters. In a shootout with the Dolphins, that is not good. Their defense is terrible. That means your defense is too. And it took everything you had to beat them. Next up, 49ers beat the Saints. You know, Mac Jones, he's going to get another job. I think he threw for like 300 yards, something crazy. But we know he's a scam. But it took everything for y'all to beat the Saints. And the Saints have nothing but backup quarterbacks. Mac Jones, 26 of 39, 279 yards. Spencer Rattler, 207 yards, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, sacked 3 times. I mean, I I don't know. I mean, I think you could ask for a little bit more out of Spencer Rattler throwing the ball, but Alvin Kamara, 21 carries for 99 yards.
I don't have a paper bag, but I do want to say it's so refreshing to see the Saints fans look like this in week 2. The Saints fans out here with paper bags talking about making. So I love content creation when you can see people's frustration in time. They are what you call paper bag. This is a plastic bag. I ain't even got no paper bag. Y'all ain't even worth the paper.
Take that off your head. It looks crazy. 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 Yeah, I don't know if you noticed the shape of that white bag.
Oh, the clan. A little clannish. It don't matter. Y'all still got your ass kicked out there too.
You watch it on the playback. You like what?
Looking like Kanye out here. I don't care. I ain't got no analysis for this game at all.
Yo, boy,
it's funny. You said I look like Clan. It said melanin versus everybody with a clan. Man, ooh, that's great. That should be the.
Yeah, no, leave that where it is. This ain't the time.
I ain't got no analysis. I'm on drink number 3. I don't care. Right. I ain't got no analysis. The Saints suck. We ain't got to worry about them. This is a 3-team division, maybe 2. When we get to the Panthers.
Panthers toast. Panthers are barbecue chicken. 49. Hold on. Next
Bills, Jets.
Yeah. Y'all ain't have. We do not have the capacity. They lost 30-10. Bills whooped the Jets ass. Bills
from beginning to end. Josh Allen was out there in Super Mario mode, like he ate a star. He jumped over somebody, he broke his nose, came back in the game, threw a touchdown. Like what he just does whatever he wants to do, and he has entered his prime. Whatever we thought the prime was before, this is it right now. This is the best Josh Allen we ever gonna see.
Josh Allen's one of my favorite black quarterbacks.
He is.
Yeah, I don't care what y'all say. We had to deal with every terrible stereotype ever. Josh Allen's a black quarterback. I don't care what you say. He's made in the mold of all black. Yes, he's made in the mold of all black quarterbacks. And if we have to take the couple, and we have here's a black pocket passer. Donovan McNabb, or what was the other one who played for the Vikings?
Randall Cunningham?
No, older. I mean, younger. I can see.
Oh, Dante Culpepper.
Dante Culpepper. Yeah, we always got it. Josh Allen's a black quarterback, and shout out to black quarterbacks. Bills beat the hell out of the Jets. Hey, bro, figure it out soon. Seahawks beat the Steelers. Seahawks beat the Steelers. This is what we kind of expected from those guys. Reality is very interesting. Sam Darnold, funny story, has a very solid game in Minnesota. I try to tell y'all, sometimes you just dance with what you got. He went 22 of 33, 295 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 2 sacks. 2 interceptions, 2 sacks is bad. But when Aaron Rodgers goes 18 and 33 for 203 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, and 3 sacks, he makes your job a lot easier.
I'll say this. I did not think that this is how the game was going to go. I didn't at all. I didn't think that it was going to be 31-17. The Seahawks, shout out to y'all for finally getting Kenneth Williams III involved. I think he's a really good back that y'all keep underutilizing. But I expected more. Shout out to the Seahawks defense, who actually came up and after being called out by their coach and being called out by the fans, they played really well. I wanted to ask you about this game, though.
Hold on, one more thing. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 8 receptions, 103 yards. I'm gonna be honest. These Ohio State wide receivers and these LSU wide receivers are really fucking good.
Heads and tails above everybody else.
It's like all of them. It's not like there's one you're like, oh, that guy sucks. No, none of them. You can get one.
The only non you got is CeeDee Lamb, for real. And CeeDee Lamb is where? Where is he from? South goddamn Louisiana. So y'all can say that it ain't LSU, but that LSU country. He's with Oklahoma.
Hey man, they are that. LSU and Ohio State. I know Brian Hartline has been mentioned for a lot of different jobs, but they have a monopoly on elite wide receivers. I don't have anything to say other than good damn job. What we about to ask me? What we about to ask me?
Ask you. Light messing up. I wanted to ask you about the Seahawks. So and the Steelers. TJ Watt did all that crying for all that money. And they paid him. TJ Watt has 0 sacks in the last 6 games.
Not my problem. This team, I have said for days and days and months and years. Y'all have their team structure makes no sense. You got old ass quarterback. You got a wide receiver who can't run routes. Receiver who y'all did have before, you traded him away because he was too crazy. This is what you're gonna get. There's no strategy here, and
at all.
You know, as Justin Fields wasn't great, but you wasted a year doing whatever you did. Russell is still Russell, and now you have ayahuasca. What do you like? What is your realistic expectation here? You don't have a game plan. You have a random approach. My brother used to tell me this all the time. We used to work together. A random approach would net you random results. Nothing about this makes any sense. So this is what you're gonna get. Now you might be able to squeak up. Yeah, I mean, you probably gonna get another season where maybe you have a winning record. But what is that? That don't get you any closer to anything. Again, that doesn't get anybody any closer to anything. You just waste everybody's time. Tomlin, you wasting another year as a coach in this, whatever this is. Aaron Rodgers, this is your last year, and I'm sure this new wife not going to let you just keep doing this. And you paid DK Metcalf
$150 million, right?
For man can't run around.
Tomlin, listen. If you want to be, if Tomlin gets fired, he's going to end up in Minnesota.
I'm not doing anything that, like, if you, I can't help you. I can only tell you what you should do. You want to continue to make stupid decisions, then thoughts and prayers. Yeah. We're moving right. Speaking of stupid decisions, let me tell you. And this game was actually a little different than what the score was. And I'm talking about the Ravens versus the Cleveland Browns. Cleveland Browns scored 17 points. The Ravens put up 41. In the beginning of this game, and I think it was probably midway through the second quarter, this was just equally fought out game. Then the Ravens blocked a punt, and then from there, they found their right foot and tried to put it all the way in the Cleveland Browns' ass and never removed it. The Cleveland Browns are terrible. Some people say that Joe Flacco was point shaving. They say he'll always be a Raven in his heart. And y'all stink. I told y'all to trade Myles Garrett and try to resolve yourself for a rebuild. But y'all just intent on playing out this record, losing a bunch of games, and not getting any assets for your troubles. Congratulations. Ravens, I don't know. I didn't learn anything because y'all played a team of nothing.
I learned something. The Ravens' run game needs a little bit of help. Grant Delpit was right. It ain't hard to tackle Derrick Henry. Derrick Henry had 23 yards. So it and in this game, the Ravens was pretty much up after that block punt for the rest of the game. So they could have run the ball to run out the clock. But yeah, this is what you get, Myles Garrett. Maybe you hope you get traded and you appeal to their humanity and say, hey, I want to be out of here. Send me to a place where I can win. Because if you demand a trade, that don't mean nothing. You could demand a trade all you want to. Then I will send you to Saskatchewan if I can. Like, I'll send you somewhere else. But
nah, you want to go I think he has a no trade. And the other part is you want to go somewhere who has some assets. So you're probably not trading him to a terrible team. You want something in return. And the teams that are going to be most interested in assets. Oh, the Cowboys. They got draft picks and players. You get one of them okay edges back, and you'll get. After seeing everything, I might just offer a first and a second. I might not. I'm probably not coming out swinging first and first. Now, in reality, if it takes 2 firsts, I will 100% warm that up and send that over to you. But I mean,
yeah, Cleveland, y'all need to abandon the ship. I don't. Maybe it's the regime is trying
No. Well, that's the other part is Stefanski is trying to keep this job. If you
I'm saying I'm not talking to Stefanski. I don't care. I'm not talking to the head coach. Y'all suck. I'm saying if you are the front office,
damn Daniel.
I don't know if it has to be. I'm assuming the GM will probably be out of here if you fire the coach. But at this point, I know y'all don't want to have a 27th redo, but the 27th redo is here. It's time. It's time. Unless you're cool with just being mid, I wouldn't even say y'all mid.
They're not going to be mid. Let's be very clear about this. There's no blueprint to. I guess they could maybe be mid now. The Browns, the Bengals. The Bengals have bungled. The terrible the not sufficient quarterback play is going to keep them from being a legitimate team. And I think that the team knows that if we're going out there with Joe Flacco, y'all don't really care that much about winning.
I mean, we knew that though.
So I didn't blow it up.
That's what I just said.
But I don't. But no. But y'all don't blow it up. Y'all keep trying. I like to see y'all struggle. I sure do. I can't.
We're coming down the home stretch, man.
Colts.
Where we going next?
Colts beat the Broncos 29-28, and Daniel Dimes is intent on showing everybody it was not me, it's the Giants. And he's done a really good job so far. I think that this is literally best case scenario for everybody involved with the Colts. He went 23 of 34, 316 yards, 1 touchdown, only 1 sack. That's really good. Jonathan Taylor, 25 carries, 165 yards, and the long of 68. So even if you take that out, he was still at right about 3.5, 4 yards of carry every carry, even taking out his longest. Now, that is impressive. Tyler Warren, tight end, 479. Alex Pierce, 468. Josh Downs, 6 of 51. Jonathan Taylor, 2 of 50. Michael Pittman, 440. Everybody eats. Everybody ate. This is impressive. On the other hand, Bo Nix, 22 of 30, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick. J.K. Dobbins, 14 carries for 76 yards. Bo Nix, 3 carries for 20 yards. This is about as close of a game as you can say for either team. I think that both teams will probably these are teams that could be interested in a T. Higgins or Justin Jefferson. Where, hey, man, we got our young well, I'm not gonna say they have a young quarterback, but especially Denver. And for right now, I just don't trust Daniel Dimes long term. But through 2 games, he's played out of his mind. 500 and some yards. I don't know if he's thrown an interception yet. He's played very well. But these are teams that could be interested in, especially if you're the Broncos. And hey, let me get Justin Jefferson away from you. Let me get T. Higgins away from you. Or, yeah, let me see what I can get to really push this offense forward.
You went all around the mountain on that one. First off, my question was, really, is it Daboll or is it Danny? At this
I don't trust either.
At this point, Daboll looks like, although he did just score 37 points with Russell Wilson and Malik Neighbors, it looks like Daboll is having an issue developing quarterbacks. And although Danny Dimes wasn't a rookie, he still needed development. And at this point, I'm not really ready to say anything about the Colts and Daniel Dimes.
I agree.
But Shane Steichen is quietly saving his job by turning Daniel Dimes into something. Something. I told y'all at the beginning of the season, this team has a good defense. I think they signed Charvarius Ward, if I'm not mistaken. They have a good defense. So all they needed was, and they got a running game.
I was about to say 25 carries for 165 yards allows for a lot of clock management and ball control.
I said they got a running game, and that allows for Daniel Dimes to have zero pressure on him. But they also have decent wide receivers. And to me, that was the difference between the Giants and the Colts. The Giants had Saquon and Saquon. The Colts have a little bit more distribution when it comes to the receivers and where the offense goes. As you just said, he threw the ball to like 7 people.
And I think that happens. That is the benefit of not having a primary target is you kind of got to be more judicious in the way you defend everybody. And Michael Pittman, good enough to do some damage. Tyler Warren is good enough to do some damage. Alex Pierce is good enough to do some damage. Josh Downs is good enough to do some damage. So it's not like you can say, hey, this is my wide, you can at least typically pair your CB1 against wide receiver 1. And you're like, I got to cover 4 guys. And they have a running game. That's difficult to do.
That's fine. We'll leave it there. But yeah.
And as long as there's not a ton of pressure, Dimes you got 5 people to give the ball to. If the offensive line hold up, then yeah, it's going to be pretty easy to find one of the 5 guys to get the ball from.
If y'all have a chance, go look at the Indianapolis Colts defense. Lou Anarumo was the defense. He was serving as the Cincinnati Bengals defensive coordinator for 6 years. His defense is so much control chaos. Like if there's a clip rolling down where they roll 8 people into the box from 3 to 8 and blitz everybody. So I think the Colts defense is going to carry them, especially in the AFC South, where we just saw Houston lose, Tennessee lost, the Colts, and then there's Jacksonville who lost. So you're the only team in your division that actually won. That could get you to the AFC South championship. Division champion as well. Get to the playoffs. They may be a playoff team.
And if I remember correctly, I don't think the Texans' schedule is great. Next up, speaking of things not great, Cardinals, Panthers.
Is Bryce Young's time up? We ain't got to talk about the game. I don't care about the game.
No, actually, he started out slow. He got it together. He wasn't. I think the bigger issue was Xavier Legette for nothing.
Told y'all I'm tired of telling y'all I told y'all so in this damn podcast. I done told y'all so 7 times this episode. Everything comes to fruition. I'm Cat Williams and the Shannon Sharp Club Shay. Everything I'm saying is coming to fruition.
8 targets, 1 reception, -2 yards. Can't win with that. Cannot.
My man is -2. That means
they call him Kuzma. They called him Tony Snell. They said he was out there doing cardio, everything. Now, on the opposite end of that spectrum, Ted McMillan, 6 receptions for 400 yards. He is consistent.
Bryce Young threw the ball 55 times. I don't change my statement when you can say he was heating up. He was in the oven 55 times to average 6 yards a pass. I don't care what you say. Is it time for Carolina to move on from Bryce Young? I don't think it's fair if they do, but it may be time to go.
I think that if you're the Cleveland Browns, you'd be interested in that. Hey, can I interest you in a Deshaun Watson?
Shout out to Carolina for being stupid. Y'all paid Chuba Hubbard all that money, and he got 38 yards rushing.
Right. I think that Bryce is not terrible. I think that Bryce is in a terrible situation. I don't think that there's an answer there, but I think that a lot of people are going to think like you. Well, this is year 2 with Bryce, and it doesn't look like it's getting any better. And once again, I think that if Cleveland positions Deshaun Watson right,
this is year 3 with Bryce.
Is it? Yeah, it is. It is.
That's why I said, is it over?
I think that if positioned well, you could sell Deshaun Watson to a team that needs decent quarterback play tomorrow. He's back healthy. You'll get him out of Cleveland. He'll be refreshed at a new opportunity. Everything that would have happened will be just left in Cleveland for them to deal with. And yeah, let's see if we can get a quarterback. Now, I'm only taking the Justin Fields money. So everything over $20 million, Cleveland, you need to pay it a year. Now, if I'm Cleveland, I'm probably okay with paying that because it gets him on out of the door. Then you could start with Dylan Gabriel or Shador next season. I think that the Arch Manning plan probably, I don't think that the Mannings will want him in Cleveland. And I don't think that Cleveland should be interested in Arch Manning as is. I don't think that any of these guys right now, a rookie next year, is going to do anything for Cleveland positively. You might as well rock with the guys who've been in your system for a year.
Cleveland. Okay.
Or Bryce. Bryce to Cleveland.
You still got to pay him. I mean, but
you don't got to pay him.
If I'm Bryce, the same way we talk about Shador needs to get away from Cleveland, Bryce needs to get away from Carolina. I do like the coach because he's an offensive coach, but I can't justify throwing the ball 55 times, and you just drafted your franchise wide receiver this year. Like, I can't justify throwing the ball 55 times after you just paid your running back $33 million. I don't care if it was a good contract. You paid him to be running back number 1.
If you're the Saints, you would be interested in Bryce too, right?
Everybody should be interested, especially if you have a bridge and you don't think that these quarterbacks are good coming out, which they Kate Clemson gained it, Arch Manning gained it. All we just talked about.
I think that's really kind of reassess the situation. Is we watch all of these guys play, and nobody looked like Joe Burrows a couple years ago. None of these guys are coming out looking. I mean, these guys ain't even looking like Trevor Lawrence. There's no CJ Stroud in this draft that I've seen where it's like, oh, I gotta have that guy. There's no Bryce in this draft. Ain't no Tua in this draft. Quarterback players kind of went to the shitter, to be completely honest with you. NIL has done it.
It's the coaching. That's coaching. But yeah. But that's all I had. Shout out to Will is it Will Johnson?
Yeah.
Oh, the game of the week. I'm sorry. Missed that one. Eagles Chiefs back and forth match. Eagles win 2017. Chiefs were pissed off. The defense, they got into a little bit of a shouting match at the end of the game. Low scoring defensive battle.
This was a really good game. The Eagles are clear.
None of them.
I was about to say,
yes, I am.
The Eagles are not the world beaters we believed them to be. Whatever happened between the end of last season and this season, I'm just saying that the teams that they play against, they've beaten. And you want to win the close games. But I haven't seen a bunch of games where they don't look dominant. And the Eagles, the Chiefs still got offensive questions. Kelsey, it's time for you to go on and retire. And they don't have any other guys to throw the ball to. But the Eagles did win the game, and that's what matters. I am very cautious on throwing the Chiefs under the bus and saying that they starting at 0-2, so it's over. I do think that they should be one of the guys actively seeking a top-tier wide receiver, because what you got for Mahomes now is deplorable. It's not anything of real legitimate wide receiver play. You got guys who are playing within the system, and you're hoping that Andy Reid can basically play call them open. Not guys who you are thinking of. Like Hollywood Brown's not a wide receiver 1 in the NFL.
He's not a wide receiver 1. He shouldn't be a wide receiver 1 here. That's because Rashee Rice is hurt.
Right. But even Rashee Rice, I'm not sure if he's a wide receiver 1 either.
I don't. Again, I mean, they're the updated version of the Colts. So you said the Colts don't need a wide receiver 1; they can spread it around and all of that other stuff. It's the same thing, and it's what Kansas City's been doing, and they've been doing it since they got rid of Tyreek.
The Colts. What I'm telling you is the Colts have Jonathan Taylor. Pacheco and Jonathan Taylor are not the same.
Yeah, but the Colts don't have Patrick Mahomes. So you could say all of that, but at the end of the day, Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes.
Right.
So
and the other part
offense around Patrick Mahomes. And you didn't need Jonathan Taylor. There's a reason nobody wanted to trade Jonathan Taylor, because if Jonathan Taylor got to the Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes, you wouldn't need no receivers. So at that point, I don't think the Chiefs are written off, one, because they're in the AFC West, and we do think that the Raiders are going to be decent. We do think, they just got beat by the Chargers, but we don't think that they're better than the Chargers. We know that the Chiefs.
No. Raiders and Chargers playing now. Raiders and Chargers playing now.
Yeah, but the Chargers beat the Chiefs last week in Brazil, is what I'm saying. So we don't believe in the Chargers. Chargers never proved us to make us believe. At the end of the day, we think that the Chiefs are going to go back to the Super Bowl unless proven otherwise.
But they got to do something. They can't leave this team unaddressed. They can't pull a Terry Fontenot. Well, this is the team, and we're gonna rock. If they don't make changes, then you're gonna lose.
Right. And at that point, I understand that, but I'm not going to discount this Eagles win either. I think this Eagles win is, from a defensive standpoint, is just another highlight of the depth of this team. They got that safety from Texas. I can't pronounce his name because I don't want to say the wrong name, but I know who he is. The safety from Texas, that guy, he had his first career interception. The Eagles are good enough, and I think they're the best team in the NFC because they can win any type of way. They can blow you out. They can grind it out with Saquon and Jalen Hurts. They can throw it deep to A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, and I think they got Dallas Goedert. I'm not going to discount that. But the Chiefs, the Chiefs do need Rashee Rice back. They need Rashee Rice. And you have to go get a receiver. I don't know who you can go get that you can afford.
T. Higgins.
You can afford. They got $30 million in cap space. 20, whatever.
Now, this is my final point with that was they also, the tush push itself, don't outlaw it, make them play. But what you got to do is call those false starts, because that dude, they're so close.
He's terrible.
I don't know if the ref is seeing it, but yeah, they're basically getting a head start. And I'm like, oh, well, I don't want to typecast that and say that's what they're doing every time, but it does look like that little brief time advantage is putting you in better position to just push people out of the way. That got to change.
Y'all better figure it out. Tush push. It is what it is. They changed the rule, and this is something that happened.
But I don't want to hear that from anybody else because everybody can do the tush push. And it ain't like it's a secret. You got tape from 300 cameras in the stadium. Look and do it.
Yep. But ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of episode 199 of the Splashcast. I am Monday Night Raw. I do want to say this, though, before we go. This weekend, UGA won, Georgia Tech won, Kennesaw State won, Mercer won, Valdosta State, West Georgia, Georgia State, and Georgia Southern and the Atlanta Falcons all won.
And the Atlanta Dream.
And the Atlanta Dream and the Clark Atlanta Panthers. Shout out to the state of Georgia whooping ass in football this weekend. Ha ha ha. I ain't got nothing else to pour up. I didn't drink it. But hey, if we ain't missing anything, Norwood, make sure y'all like, follow, subscribe. Take us out.
Thank you guys for rocking with us again on a fantastic Monday Night Raw. We are here and happy that y'all can come celebrate this Falcons win with us. It feels good when the birds is flying high, baby. It feels great. With that being said, number one, more like baseball. Number two, any joke or your advertisement could go right here until we figure out something for number two. Number three, the historically Black college university you went to, your uncle went to, your auntie, the person who used to sit in the back of church, you used to laugh, kiki with. Send some money to that school. This week, more than ever, as we get threats, etc., please support an HBCU. Outside of that, the historically Black college university in your neighborhood, the one you go to for homecoming, step shows, to be around your people, to kick it for the vibes. Send some money over there as we prepare for another homecoming season that's almost here. And then finally, the greatest learning institution in all the world, the Hampton University. We only ask for $18.68 on behalf of the year that we were founded. Please support HBCUs. Y'all protect y'all guys, yourself, and please stay safe. Adios, mi amigos. God is love until we meet again. Arrivederci. Y'all be safe. We out of here. In the stream.
Tell them Florida DBs shut the hell up.